Hi, I use organza bags for a couple different things at my farm. One, I use them for when I'm hybridizing. And when I'm hybridizing, I usually like to use these bigger bags down here, these 12 by 16 bags that you can order. Sometimes for the smaller ones like palms, I might use the 8 by 12. I did buy 4 by 6 inch ones, but those are kind of little for pretty much anything, so I wouldn't recommend getting the real small ones. But the 8 by 12 or the 12 by 16 are my favorite. I also use them if you don't feel like spraying. You can also use them to cover your blooms so that bugs don't chew on your petals, and so your flowers look pretty darn good. So, but I noticed when I put these 12 by 16 over my my dahlias that the top kind of hits the petals, and so I asked Practical Girl on Instagram, like, how could I make a regular bag like this into something that has more of a top on it, that so it wouldn't hit the bloom. And what she recommended was that I take the bag like this and pull it apart like that. And what I'm gonna do, so I take the bag like this, it's flat, I just pull it apart right here, and I make a little triangle with my fingers, and I'm gonna sew from this side to this side, and then I'm gonna cut off this triangle. Then I'm gonna turn it around, and on the same bag, I'm just gonna do the same thing, pull it apart, sew here, and then cut it off. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I do that right now with my sewing machine here, and we'll see how it goes. So I just set that there, I pulled it apart, put down my foot, go back and forth on it so it won't come unraveled. Go all the way over to the other side, go back and forth on it so it won't become unraveled. Lift up the foot, cut off the little strings here or threads, and then cut this off like this. The reason you wouldn't have to cut that off, but I just don't want it, it looks better I think when you don't. So then you just take the other side again, pull it apart, place it on here, go back and forth, so it won't unravel, take it all the way over to the other side again, back and forth, lift it up, cut the threads off, and cut the triangle off. And then instead of just a top that is flat, you get a top that's more like the bottom of a bag, a square like that.
Why don't you go grab one of those blooms and put it in there and you can see.
Yeah, so you could do that, and these just pull tight. So let me take you over to a couple of my blooms here. And if this was out in the garden, you can just put it right over the top like that and cinch it up, and you can see that it gives the bloom more room. If you pull this down, see the bloom is sort of sitting against the, without anything touching it, which is really nice. It won't cause any rub marks and things like that. So it's just two sewing lines and you're set. That's it.